But if you remember, the mayor at our last session said she will not support a 2%.
She didn't say that. She said she may not.
Well, then, let's ask her.
Go ahead if you wish.
Mayor, would you answer that question, please?
Good evening. Good question.
If council approves to pass 2% tax increase, will you approve that and will you support it?
What is the entire plan? Can you tell me the entire plan that you'd like to submit?
The plan is exactly as your plan was submitted. We, like I said, on a 25% tax credit we were going to reduce. We untied that from the income tax increase. That's just on its own. But if and when the city income tax is passed, then that would come off.
For the cap at 1.8.
Yeah, cap.
Cap.
So
Everybody would
1.2.
contribute the additional.
Is the street light utility fee included?
It's
Yeah,
still
that's
in
part of the
there.
plan.
It's in there.
On that separate piece, yeah, that's what it is.
And let me ask you this, from the last committee dollars that you had for the income tax, the 2.1, are there any dollars left?
No.
So we'll be starting with the zero balance. And if I support the 2.0 with the 25% tax credit reduction, do I have all council's word that they're all going to work for that campaign?
Yes.
Well, I think that's very much understood. I mean, I know there'll be different levels. But it is. We already back to 2.1.
We will support that.
Excuse me, Mayor, before you leave, are we also adding on there the wording that we had on the last ballot, that the people working outside of the city would be frozen at 1.8?
Right.
Yes,
Okay, that will be,
that's part of the plan.
so they will be paying,
Everybody would pay an additional 0.2.
I don't remember seeing that,
Right.
right? That's where I want to be sure.
That's the intent.
Now, it's going to be difficult to pass, so we all need to know that going out. But as long as that 25% stays in place until something passes, then I will get behind that.
And that is the big difference coming from our side. That is the big difference. Plus, we want to look at it a little more. I mean, you have the numbers on the revenue. If we could pass that, that would generate $1,680,000 per year if we could pass that. That takes care of everything that we're looking at in the plan already. So we would be getting some immediate revenue. If you get it passed in time, it would start July 1st, and it would supply about $275,000 by the end of the year and generate about $275,000 by the end of the year if the $550,000 annually is right.
If you're willing to do that plan tonight, are you willing to pass all the legislation that goes along with it tonight?
Well, we have different committees on that, so I'll let them speak for that.
Mayor, my only hesitation to that is the ordinances I have sitting before me are not concretely written. Does that make sense? And I am hesitant to pass them, not because I don't have good intentions, but I want to make sure we have them buttoned up perfectly before we pass.
So you look at maybe May 5th meeting?
Yes, give them first reading, allowing us 2 weeks to really button them up cleanly, and then we can go forward with it.
Serena?
Just my preference on this would be, I would like to take care of that tax credit as soon as possible. So we know we're in for something, and we're starting to move by it, so we can get it in place for the 1st of July. I prefer to take care of that first. So if it's just one more meeting, I don't have a problem with that.
Because even that language is written kind of funny that I'm not really certain on, and I don't want us to pass and then have to come back. So we planned on trying to clean it up as much as we could tonight, give it first reading, let me meet with the law director, make sure we have it squared away for the May 5th meeting.
The same way with the street lighting, first reading tonight.
Okay, great.
And we'll put some of that language in the plan tonight, you know, for the past, and still it'll be, what we pass will be
We should
what is
maybe
moving
think about
forward.
putting our intentions to try to get passed, you know, by the first, second meeting in May, so they know.
Well, May 5th would be the first.
Yeah, the first meeting, so the financial committee knows that we're really pushing it, we're not preempting it.
Well, we have all the language and everything
Yeah.
from before. It shouldn't be a matter of putting it together and reading it, make sure how it reads the way we want it to. If that's all, then my intention is when we get to the part for the plan that's under community development, is we will substitute that 2% for the 1A, where it says 1%, 0.1% raise to 1.9. We'll change that to 0.2% raise to 2%.